Welcome to Inspire and Move, the show that inspires you to create, connect, and grow. I'm going to bring you meaningful conversations, aha moments, and all the motivation you need to up-level every part of your life. I'm Ali Aruda, founder of Inspire and Move, and your personal hype girl. I've gone from fashion school to celebrity stylist to corporate marketing to brick and mortar entrepreneurship with my husband, each time learning incredible lessons how to pivot, reimagine, and implement the steps to become successful. I am passionate about inspiring others to live their best life, a life of joy. We have the power to design a life that we love because life is too short not to. The best part is that you weren't meant to do this alone. If you feel like you were meant for more, let me ride shotgun with you, and together, let's get you to where you want to go. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the show. I am your host, Ali Aruda. Thank you for being here. It's just me and you on the Inspire and Move podcast, yours truly, solo, and we are going to be chatting about how I design my events. And this has come from recent conversations with girlfriends that are also in the event industry, that they do that for their personal brands and businesses. But I've also had this question come at me through some of my events that people have asked me, event attendees have asked me, how did I come up with this? Why did I pick this? How did I design this? And I love that question. And I've never really had that before. It seems like more recently, I've just come off of a sprint of a season. June was very chock full of events in so many different capacities. And I'm happy to dive into that and share that with you guys. But I thought I could at least kind of start with something like a micro event for me, which are my girlfriend walks. Right now, I am hosting those monthly. I am hosting them in Burlington, Oakville, two little Ontario destinations, but I'm also hosting them in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I have just recently started flirting with the idea of a New York City walk. So you heard it here first on the Inspire and Move podcast. There is no date set yet, but it was just a dream and a plan that's currently maybe in motion over a conversation in the pool with Matt. So perhaps we will be going to New York City as well. I get a lot of joy from doing these events and bringing women together. And I've just recently expanded into, depending where you live, listening to this, the city that's next to us. Matt and I live in Burlington, Ontario, and then the city over is Oakville, Ontario. It's beautiful. It is also on the waterfront. It is somewhere that Matt actually grew up, and we love spending a lot of time there. So I have expanded my local events over to Oakville. And the last one, we had 52 women that joined us. And I'm pretty sure I only knew about 6 of them that were from the Inspire community here in Burlington or in the Benchmark community. And I loved that I got to meet so many new women that were in this community and now welcoming in to the Inspire and Move community and just getting to meet them and connect with them. I feel like that was an incomplete sentence. And one of these beautiful women asked me how I came up with this event. And with Girlfriend Walks, I wanted to design something light and cheerful and fun. How can we do something that's good for us, like walking, but that is more fun? So I put this together last summer. I just did one that I thought, okay, this could be fun. I reached out to a local bake shop. Shout out to Kelly's Bake Shop here in Burlington, Ontario. They are an iconic bakery. And I pitched my friend Erin, who's one of the owners, and asked her, hey, do you want to be a part of this? I'd love to do a walk. We're going to meet at our gym, do a beautiful walk in the downtown Burlington waterfront, probably take a group photo, get some cute content. And then let's bring all the girls back to the bake shop and they can get hot coffee and iced coffee and a treat. And then what's an Ali event without any swag? So I added swag as well. Well, this was super successful. Girls loved it. So then I did one the following month, also in the morning. And then I had some requests from people wanting to maybe do something in the evening. So then I always love feedback from my community and to see how I can better serve them with events and experiences. And so I tried one in the evening. And I was like, well, I don't really want to serve coffee at 5:30. It actually would be more like 6:30 by the time we're back from the walk, just because I don't want it to affect people's sleep. So I was like, maybe I'll try wine. And lo and behold, the wine events were very popular. So then I kept them going and then I did them monthly. And I had brands wanting to be a part of it and, either come and do pop-up shops and gift some of their products to the girls. And by the end of the, let's call it the walk season, I was at 50 to 57 women coming out. And I really looked forward to these events every month. And I also feel confident to say that a lot of these other girls started to look forward to these every month. And it was also amazing to see connections starting to form. And some of them would drop in for some classes because they walked with, with the benchmark yoga instructor. And so they wanted to come try her class. So they did a drop-in class to come to our gym. And I didn't really go in with it with a plan other than wanting to design an event that was all about community and connection. And I think this is a point that I just want to sit on here for a second of doing things unapologetically that you enjoy and bring you joy and that you can pour good energy into, but also being very aware of the outcome. I wasn't looking for anything specific. And I actually just heard my friend Christina Bartold talk about this on Chris Harder's podcast, actually, and how she will go into events. Us too, we invest a lot of money every year to be in high impact, high value rooms. And she has what I feel like now is a really great strategy that she just wants to go in and pour into other people and network and connect. And she's not going in there to see how she can get the ROI back on the investment that she's made. Because I think as soon as you do that, you change the energy that you are not only going into the room with, but the energy that you will attract from an outcome standpoint. And that is exactly how I approach these girlfriend walk events. I wasn't looking for anything. I'm not looking for, 10 new gym members every time I do these events. I just want to expand the community. Do you want to come to more of my events? Awesome. You want to listen to the Inspire and Move podcast? Great. You want to share it and give me a review? Even better. But I'm looking for you to connect and make new friends or support each other in the community. That this last event, someone was looking for a personal trainer. So yes, lucky for me, we own a gym, but we've got great trainers. And one of those great trainers was at the event. So I'm going to connect her with her. And hopefully between the two of them, they're going to win. And that brings me joy. Or people that just need referrals for, let's use my friend Christina again. She owns an amazing social media and podcasting agency. If I have someone in this, 50 plus group of women that are looking for support in social, oh my gosh, let me just bring you over here to meet my friend Christina. This is what she does. And you girls should book a connection call or a coffee and chat. And that is what is so magical about these events and why I think I'm even loving some of these more micro events that they are low ticket. So they are low cost, low risk from an investment standpoint from your time and dollars that girls are going to choose to invest in. And, I think also going back to that ROI piece, I understand when people do go in, if they're investing thousands of dollars into rooms, of course they want to get some of that money back. But you want to be very mindful of the energy that you are playing with when you go into those rooms. And we were having a great conversation about this over the weekend at our friend's lake house about people being able to really feel the energy that you're operating in and speaking through. That if it is coming from a scarcity place, that you are just hungry for the dollars in the business, people can see that and they're not as attracted to that. That's just my honest opinion that I want to share with all of you. But if you have on the other side the abundance mindset where you want to be able to help them or even make a great referral for them, help them grow their network, these are all ways that you are going to win within these events and how you go to them. So kind of just scaling it back as to how and why I designed this particular event was based off of, let's do something fun. It'll be fun to go for a walk as girlfriends. I've been hearing these hot girl walks for the last few years on Instagram in a variety of different cities. And let's just try something fun. Let's get together. Let's move. Let's, hydrate, whether it's coffee or wine or smoothies. I love being able to try to switch them up because I am really proud of the Inspire and Move community. Jesus, I can't say my own brand. The Inspire and Move community, I'm so grateful that there's so much engagement with events that they do want to come over and over again. So that inspires me to deliver different experiences over and over. So we have the micro event, Inspire and Move, girlfriend walks. That's where we're going to start. Then I have a different scale of events, the sweat and sip events, again, rooted in movement. I am so passionate about fitness and mindfulness and wellness. Fitness is a big passion for me because the why, where it comes from, is from a place of loss and grief and trauma. I turned to fitness after I lost my brother, which will be 20 years ago in August, which is wild and kind of really hard to understand and wrap my head around. But through my grief and trauma and loss of losing my brother at the age of 18, I chose, instead of going to a dark place, I wanted to go to a place that could help me work through my feelings and my emotions. And fitness was that. So I will forever have a deep emotional why as to how fitness plays such a big part in my life and now my business and my brand. So I feel very comfortable and confident in events that are based around movement. Walks is one thing, but now sweat and sip is more of like a high intensity body weight workout. And it is really truly about bringing joy to all of the guests that attend, that I want them to come and have just a happy time. And the amazing thing about working out and moving our bodies is it boosts endorphins, and endorphins make us happy. Now, please, as you hear that, I really hope that you immediately think of Legally Blonde and Elle Woods saying that, endorphins make you happy, and, rich people just don't kill their husbands, when she was on the council for that. I'm not remembering the name of the girl, but Ali Larter played the character. And it was just such an iconic scene that I always remember that phrase about how endorphins make us happy. And happy people don't just do X, Y, or Z. So I love the value and importance of moving our body for generating good energy and being happy, and how we can apply that in our lives, our businesses, and our relationships. So that's a big comfort zone for me and how I feel confident. And I love how I feel. And again, I was saying this to our friends over the weekend, that I feel like when I'm at the front of a room or vineyard or a car dealership teaching a group fitness class, that for me feels like a zone of genius. And I feel great, teaching group fitness classes at Benchmark. But when I'm in a different environment as a result of an event that I have curated, and especially outdoor, the sun's shining, the music's loud, the energy and the vibes are really high, that is such a perfect moment for me that I just capture and I want to bottle up, because that energy internally for me feels so good. And I love seeing people happy. It's just this amazing human feeling of looking into this crowd and recognizing, first of all, like, Allie, good for you. You designed this, you curated this event and this experience. But the deeper emotion is that I'm seeing these happy, high energy faces. And that is always at the root of the why I design these events and what I want people to feel. And I know that people love swag bags. And so I take swag bags really seriously. And I want to bring them brands and products and services that they will enjoy, that even are compatible with what the event is. Again, for example, in context, my last event, Sweat and Sip in the Vineyard, one of my bigger events, was a fitness-based event. And so I wanted lifestyle and wellness products, whether it was protein bars or healthier alternatives for trail mix and high protein tea mixes, a rose mist spray, high quality hair and skincare products, because you're going to go wash your hair after a sweat, you're going to wash your face after a sweat. And one of the products was Glossy, which I am so excited about because that is not yet even available in Canada. So bringing Glossy to my community brought me so much joy. And then even on top of that, seeing how excited and happy they were to pour that in their bottle of Fiji water, a water company that I love, a product that I love going in that bottle. All of these things are elements that bring me a lot of joy and that I really do think about when I'm designing this event and this experience. And also another sort of point I want to share when I think about these events and how I design them, what would I want to go to? What would I look at, online, on social, and see whoever's designed it and think like, oh my gosh, that looks so fun. I would love to go to that with my best friend. I have actually traveled for events like this before. And so this is another kind of piece of where I get inspiration from, is spending my own money and going to these events. I have gone to events in LA, in New York City that are similar to this. I remember taking my sister-in-law to New York 2 years in a row when she moved there. I was like, you have to come to this event with me. It's going to be so fun. And she hadn't really embarked on her fitness journey yet. So she was a really good sport and took a lot of photos. We wandered together. We got our swag bags. But this was during my obsession with Tone It Up with Katrina Scott and Karina Dawn. And I wanted to be in their presence, be in their energy, and experience this big event. And they had vendors and pop-up shops and mocktail bars, rosé bars, coffee bars. The swag bags were insane. You got yoga mats and you had live workouts. And I had such a blast at this day. And it was a great inspiration for what I wanted to create on a different scale that is more in line with my brand and my community and what people want. I love offering events that are just for girls, just for women, but I also love offering co-ed events. My husband and I are in business together. It's a fitness and lifestyle gym. So I love doing events where we can be there together and the guys in our community and our gym community can also come. And being able to write your own ticket of what you want to design and having this North Star of why you're designing it, what is your purpose? If it is to bring people joy and happiness, that's amazing, because that is one of the things that I come back to all the time. Will people like this? Will they feel happy? Will they feel joyful? And now Matt and I have ourselves gotten into business events, and those have been inspired by our own experiences and transformations. And so I think, being able to see this pattern here that I hope you do is that we or I invest in rooms and experiences and events that not only we get to be in that front seat of experiencing it, but it is also going to pour into my own inspiration for how I can bring more events to my community moving forward. And I think, the more that we put ourselves out there and we invest in events and experiences and opportunities and just getting in these rooms, whether they are, masterminds or 4-day seminars, or they're 1-day events, or they are a 2-hour girlfriend walk, all of these, if you go in with the right frame of mind and attitude and energy, you're going to have some awesome takeaway. You are going to have something that you're going to walk away with, whether it's a new friend, business connection, inspiration. And these are things that now I'm even talking about with Women Inspiring Women. This is my big annual event that's in September. We actually host it at our home, so it's exclusive. It is an intimate number of tickets that we release, and it is for anyone that is looking for connection, collaboration, networking, inspiration, and that appreciates good conversation and motivation and just being around good energy. It is not something we're going to workshop your business. It is much more focused on networking, community connection, and inspiration. And we've actually just launched our tickets. We did our early bird pre-sale this past weekend, and I am so grateful for all of the women who have snaffled up like at least 50% of the tickets. I love that we are already over 50% sold out, at least at the time of recording this. So who knows where we will be in, launch time for this episode. But we'll make sure that the link for all of the upcoming Inspire and Move events are in the show notes, because I am in a bit of an obsession season right now with events that we have these monthly girlfriend walks, if not more than one in a month, depending on the city, as well as Women Inspiring Women. And we have just secured a date for our second Get in the Room 1-day mastermind coming up this fall. I feel like it's rude for me to share that now without Matt, because it's a Matt and Allie joint event. So you're just going to have to sit tight on that for our next episode that we do together. And we will share all of that information in the coming weeks. But that was an event that we loved as well. So just to kind of tie a bow on all of this, you guys, is these events that I put out is coming from a place of passion for curating an experience that you are going to feel happy in, that you're going to feel joyful in, and that you're going to walk away. I hope, the biggest hope is that you leave and say to either yourself or your bestie or your family or the person that you're walking in the same direction with outside of the event is that, man, That was so fun. Or Allie puts on the best events. Like all of those pieces of feedback are so appreciated. I am a words of affirmation person. So when I get feedback like that, that fills my cup, fills my heart so much. And these events are things that I think about and how can I make them better? Or what events can I go to see how I can seek information? I am going to my friend Lindsay Schwartz's event, Powerhouse Women, in August for the first time. And I am so excited to be in a new event environment. I heard that she just surpassed 700 tickets, which is such an achievement for an event designer. And as a friend, I feel so proud and excited for her. But I am pumped to go in as a student. I want to learn from her, and she has an amazing speaker lineup. But to immerse myself in the event experience, I've never done an event that large. And so I am so excited to be a part of it, experience it, and see what I can extract from it from an inspiration standpoint, a learning standpoint. So if you are an events person, I hope, first of all, that you've loved this episode, but that maybe this also allows you permission to go out and seek inspiration. What rooms can you get into? What events can you attend to seek inspiration and see how you can put your own spin on it? And I would recommend maybe not copying the events, but seeing how you can make them your own. And depending on who the person is that's organizing the events, maybe you want to learn from them one-on-one and you can just ask them to a drink, take them out for a glass of wine or for a coffee or lunch and see if you can treat them to that, but also have an inspiring conversation and learn from them. And those are some of the beautiful things in life, is we always want to stretch ourselves and keep learning and keep connecting and keep growing. So thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Thank you for loving and supporting the Inspire and Move podcast. If you are so inclined to leave a 5-star review, maybe a little written rating. Again, I'm a words of affirmation person, so I love and I appreciate all of those kind words. And I am so excited for the next few months of Inspire and Move events. I hope and would love to see you there. And if you have any questions about any of the events, I am only ever just a DM away. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, it would mean the world to me if you took 30 seconds and shared this on social media, send it to a friend, or leave a 5-star review. There is power in community, and I am so grateful to have you part of mine.